I know how I can get £10. As easy as falling off a log. With no effort at all. Dead easy.
How?
All I have to do is open a bank account and the bank gives me £10 plus a checkbook, check card, cash point card and a free wallet.
Well, there must be a snag.
No, they want my custom.
Do they know you?
They want my custom because I'm a student. I'm the future.
God help us. And they give you £10?
Yeah.
Well, there must be a snag.
No. All I have to do is show that I'm in full-time education and that I've received regular financial support from my parents.
That's the snag.
But you do support me.
Oh, no.
This just makes it official.
That's what worries me.
What they'd like to see is a standing order. Or better still, a deed of covenant.
A deed of covenant?
Yeah. You undertake to pay me X amount of money to help me with my studies, and we get Y back in tax relief.
I get tax relief?
No, I get it, actually. But you get it in a way because you don't have to find Z.
And what's Z?
X plus Y.
And how much is X?
What's X?
The money I'm supposed to pay you.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's suppose the initial payment is, £700.
Matthew, I don't like X. Let's make it A, B and C.
Dad, I'm trying to put our finances on a regular basis. I don't like asking you for money.
Neither do I.
It's humiliating. It degrades us both. Apart from that, it's like drawing teeth. Well, if I was to have money in my own right, backed by a legal document actionable at law...
Oh, wait a minute. You mean you could sue me?
No! Well, only if you defaulted.
Oh. Why not? Because you're a spendthrift, Matthew. You always have been, you always will be. You've no idea about money, no sense of responsibility.
And whose fault's that? I've never had any money. At my age, I haven't got a credit card or a bank account.
You're better off with cash.
No one carries cash these days.
I do.
And suppose you were to go out tonight and get mugged.
I don't have to go out. I can get mugged here.
I take it that means me. It's amazing, isn't it? The bank's prepared to trust me, but not you, my own father.
What do you want with credit cards? It's a plastic Dreamworld, Matthew. You'd only get into debt.
That's not the reason. I think you enjoy doling the money out, watching me crawl.
No, I don't.
You don't know what it's like not having any money of your own.
Well, that's not strictly true. You do have money of your own, in a sense.
What do you mean?
Well, I haven't told you this before, but when Grandad Willows died, he left me some money.
I heard you'd cop the lot.
Cop the lot. I was the principal beneficiary. But before Grandad died, we talked about you. And he said that if you were to change and become decent, respectable and hard-working, then, as a favour to him, I was to give you 1,000.
1,000?
If you were to become decent and respectable.
Yeah.
Sober and industrious.
Yeah.
And responsible.
Did he say all that?
Yes.
You haven't added anything?
No.
I'm not going to get it, am I?
Yes.
You think I've changed?
No, but I'm going to give it you anyway.
Why?
Because you're right about one thing, Matthew. You can't be responsible if you've got nothing to be responsible for. So I'm making out this cheque for £1,000. This is a very serious moment, Matthew.
I know.
I want to see how you handle this.
Don't worry, this is going straight into the bank.
Good.
1,000? And you never told me. How long have you had it?
Couple of years.
2 years? What about the interest?
Get out!
Yes.
I'd like to open an account.
I see. Just the current account, I imagine.
For the moment, yes. Later, I may require something that attracts a higher rate of interest. Possibly a small portfolio, shares, government stocks, equities, that sort of thing.
But in the meantime, a current account.
Yeah, the one with the 10 quid in it.
That's for students.
I am a student.
Are you really?
Yeah. So if you could just let me have the 10 quid credit, the checkbook and the wallet. Oh, and of course, our flexible friend.
Flexible what?
Friend. The credit card with 4 million outlets worldwide. And the cash point card, so useful for getting money out after hours. It is a 24-hour service, 7 days a week.
Well, we do close Christmas Day.
Do you? Well, never mind. I've usually done my shopping by then. I'll take one.
I'm afraid we don't do things as quickly as that.
This isn't the Action Bank, then?
No. Now, Mr.
Matthew.
Mr. Matthew.
Matt.
Mr. Matthew Matt. It says Willows here. How many names have you got?
No, my name's Matthew Willows, but my friends call me Matt.
Yes, well, Mr. Willows.
This isn't the friendly bank, then.
May I give you a word of advice?
Please do.
These facilities are provided for your convenience, but we don't give unlimited credit. In other words, you have to put money in before you can take it out. I hope you don't think us petty.
Not at all. I think you'll find this satisfactory, not an inconsiderable sum.
No.
Don't suppose you come across many of these.
Well, I have seen one or two in my time. What a pity the manager's out to lunch. I'm sure he'd have liked to have met you.
That's all right. I'm sure you can cope.
Would you like me to pay this in?
But one moment. I should like to ask a couple of questions first. Now, what are the bank's reserves?
Well, I can't give it to the nearest penny, but something in excess of 45,000 million.
That seems reasonable. You didn't get your fingers burnt in South America, then?
Not to my knowledge.
Good. Where'd you stand on South Africa?
I have no idea.
Because I'm not prepared to finance apartheid.
I'll make a note of that.
One more thing. Confidentiality. The details of my account must remain absolutely secret.
That goes without saying, Mr. Willows.
Even from my father.
Your father.
He can be very persistent. In fact, between you and me, he's a bit of an old busybody.
I see the old busybody signed the cheque.
But it's my money, and I'll spend it how I like.
A word of caution, Mr. Willows. It won't last forever.
I see. You doubt my credibility. Well, I can understand that. But I've seen too much poverty in my life. I believe that either money works for you, or you work for money, and I prefer the former. Rather like the idea of earning money while I'm asleep.
Yes, I can see that would appeal to you, Mr. Willows.
Well, I'm glad we've established this personal relationship. I look forward to a long and successful association. We'll grow together. Oh, and hurry up with the cash card. Can't wait to get on one of those machines. Not often you get a prize every time, is it?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that another new sweater, Matthew?
Yes?
What would you call that? A sort of subtle shade of lilac?
Yes.
Should go awfully well with the powder blue suede you got last week.
I thought so.
And the pale mauve trousers.
Yes, well, I'm moving into pastel shades this year.
Are you really?
Are you trying to tell me something, Peter?
Don't call me that. But enough you dressing like a fop. You don't have to talk like that.
You've always complained I wasn't smart enough.
Well, there's a difference between being smart and tripping around here like the sugar plum fairy. And how much is all this lot costing?
Hasn't cost me a penny at the moment. I have a charge account at bank.
Clarence gave you a charge account?
Yeah, there was no hassle. Not with my bank reference.
I've shopped there all my life. They never offered me a charge account.
Well, for one suit every 5 years, it's hardly worth it, is it, Peter?
Don't get superior with me. Listen, the way you're spending it, that money's not going to last long.
You're interfering again.
But all right, just let me tell you a little story, Matthew. When I was young, younger than you, I saw a suit in Barrett's window. I really wanted that suit. Oh, I was desperate for it. But I hadn't got any money, so do you know what I did? Is I go down to the market on a Saturday and run errands. I collected all the discarded boxes and chopped them up. I made myself a little truck. And I sold firewood door to door. It took months, but I earned that money. And when I got that suit, do you know what I found?
It was out of fashion.
This came for you today, Matthew. Not very well wrapped, I'm afraid.
So I see.
What is it?
A bathrobe.
You've got a bathrobe.
Not like this.
Monogram.
It's monogrammed, see? It's got my initials on it.
Don't let your initials on it. We know who you are.
You must admit it has style. What do you think, Enid?
I think a fool and his money's soon parted.
Philistines.
A bathrobe. It's pure extravagance.
You call that extravagance?
What do you mean?
You should see what's in his bedroom.
What is in his bedroom?
Not for me to say, Mr. Willows. Just don't expect me to dust it, that's all.
did that come from?
What?
The telescope.
You mean the astronomical terrestrial telescope?
That's where'd it come from?
I got it through a mail order catalogue.
How much?
About $2.50.
$2.50?
It's all right. I haven't actually paid for it. I quoted my credit card number.
Are you still paying for it, you idiot?
Ah, but if it doesn't give satisfaction, I can return it within 30 days and get a refund. That should give me enough time
Enough time for what?
to see Halley's Comet.
Halley's Comet?
Yeah, I thought it'd be nice for you. Only comes round once every 75 years. Let's face it, you won't be seeing it again. It's very powerful. Brings things 120 times closer.
Wait a minute. This is trained on the Carter's bedroom window. Is it? Put the lights on.
Well, Halley's Comet's very low in the sky.
Well, no, it's low in the sky. I didn't know he'd taken up residence in the Carter's bedroom. Mrs. Carter's bed. She's undressing. See? You know what this is. Voyeurism.
Well, come away.
So that's it.
What do you mean?
When you bought this, I don't suppose it occurred to you that it would bring Mrs. Carter 120 times closer as well.
Certainly not.
If Carter finds out about this, he'll be round here. And a damn sight quicker than Halley's Comet.
Well, come away then. Here, let me show you where it is. There.
Well, it's just a pale blob.
That's right.
You've spent £250 on a pale blob?
You're right, it's not satisfactory. I'll send it back.
The post, Mr. Willows.
There's no need to whisper in it. I don't suppose there's anything exciting.
Should we see? Seed catalogue. Mail order. Double glazing. Mail order. Book club. Mail order. Bank statement.
Thank you.
Not yours, his. Aren't you going to open it?
Certainly not. It's not addressed to me.
You could say you opened it by mistake.
That wouldn't be the truth, Enid. And it wouldn't be ethical. Apart from that, he wouldn't believe me.
Well, how are we going to find out?
Find out what?
If he's overdrawn.
Overdrawn? He's only had the account for 3 weeks.
He asked me to bring his statement to him as soon as it arrived.
Huh?
There's a letter with it.
What does it say?
I can't read it, Mr.
You
Willows.
surprised me. I thought he had X-ray eyes.
They wouldn't send a letter with a statement unless
What?
he was in the red.
I couldn't pry and snoop.
Of course you can pry and snoop. You're his father.
I've got a moral dilemma here, Enid. It's an invasion of privacy, a betrayal of confidence. I couldn't hand that boy his letter already opened. Could never look him in the eyes again.
You're right, you couldn't do that.
Of course not.
Steam it open.
Steam it open.
Kettle's just boiled. Hold it above the spout.
Have you done this before?
Well, maybe once or twice.
Oh, look, it's going on washing up water.
Never mind. What does it say?
He's £30 overdrawn. They want him to call in. He spent over £1,000 in 3 weeks.
Well, at least you know.
So will he when he sees this. Look at the state of it. Wet and filthy.
Give it to me. I'll dry it in the microwave.
But it'd still be filthy.
Say you dropped it in the garden.
Well, wouldn't that look a bit suspicious? The one letter I happened to drop was his bank statement.
You're right. I'll put it on maximum.
What's the matter?
matter? Nothing.
Oh, where's the post?
Post?
Yeah, I've just seen the postman going out the gate.
That's right.
Well, where is it?
Well, I...
And I always thought he used the letterbox. What's it doing in there?
It's going to be one of those days, Matthew. I went out, took the letters off the postman, gust of wind, all over the garden.
Everywhere.
Yes, in the shrubbery.
In the pond.
Everywhere.
We had to laugh.
Anything for me?
Anything interesting?
Not really.
Bank statement?
Yeah.
Letter with it? Welcoming you to the bank, I suppose.
Yeah.
Liar.
What?
You're overdrawn, aren't you? You've spent over £1,000 in 3 weeks in debt at your age.
How do you know?
What?
You opened it, didn't you? You've been spying on me, you and Special Agent Thompson.
Matthew.
And you said you wouldn't interfere. There's no trust between us anymore. What a pity I sent the telescope back. You could have watched me from the house.
Good of you to call, Mr. Willows. The manager sends his compliments. Unfortunately, he's at Rotary. But he did say he was a little concerned over your account.
Yes, I understand there's been some sort of hiccup.
A little more than a hiccup, I'm afraid. You seem to have spent over £1,000 in 3 weeks.
As much as that?
Yes. You must admit that that's going some, Mr. Willows. You are, in fact, £30.95 overdrawn, and we wondered when this could be cleared.
Cleared?
When we could return to that happy position where we're handling your money instead of you handling ours.
I see. You mean no checks have been paid into my account?
No.
No letters of credit, no remittances of any kind?
No.
Your computer's not on the blink, is it?
Our computer never blinks.
I see. Suppose I was to pay in, say, £50.
That will do nicely.
Right.
What are you doing?
Make out a check.
You're paying us with our money, Mr. Willows.
Am I? Never really thought of it like that.
Your cards, Mr. Willows. And your checkbook.
You can't do this, Mr. Padbury. You'll damage my credibility.
You have no credibility, Mr. Willows. Nor do you seem to have any visible means of support.
What about my father?
Your father? You mean the old busybody?
Well, yeah, but he's a doting old thing, really. He'll put things to right.
I phoned your father.
What? You discussed my private affairs with him? You disclosed details of my personal account?
Not exactly. He put the phone down. Good day, Mr. Willows. Oh, that's my pen, I think.
Going out?
Yeah, got a date. You like her, Dad? Nice girl.
Good.
Bit embarrassing, though.
Why?
Cash flow problem. And I wanted to make the right impression.
Yes, well, it's important to make the right impression.
And you can't do that without money.
No chance.
I just wondered
What?
if you'd like to help me out.
No. No, I can't interfere, Matthew.
I don't mind a little interference. Say about 20 quid.
Why did you sell something?
Nothing to sell.
What? You spent £1,000? You got nothing to sell? Let me see your bank statement. What about this juicy little item here? Cheque number 51765, £500. What was that for?
I can't tell you, it's private.
Sell it.
I can't.
Why not?
It was for Ethiopia.
Huh?
Famine relief.
£500?
You've seen the pictures, Dad.
Well, yes.
They're starving.
Well, I know, but £500?
It's a good cause.
I know it's a good cause, but couldn't you made it 50?
No. You were right. I'd become too greedy, too acquisitive. It had to hurt. Did I do wrong?
No, you didn't do wrong. You're a lunatic, but you didn't do wrong. In fact, it does you credit.
What are you doing?
I'm making out a cheque for £500. Put it in your bank account tomorrow.
Thanks, Dad.
Yes, well, that's one thing about the Willows. We like money, but we also know how to make the big gesture.
Yeah, and it's a great feeling. Have you ever thought of giving?
I just have.
Young lady to see Matthew. Nice girl.
Oh?
Dad, this is April.
Hello, April. Thank you, Enid.
I'm so pleased to meet you, Mr. Willows. Matthew's told me so much about you.
Oh, has he? Well, it's nice to meet you, April. Are you two going out?
Yes, Matthew's taking me for a meal.
Oh. Well, you probably need some money, Matthew. Here. Now, that should cover it.
Thanks again, Dad.
Oh, it's all right. So, where did you two meet? At the college?
Oh, no, I called at the house. I was collecting for Ethiopia. He was so generous. He took my breath away. It was such a wonderful gesture. He didn't want me to say anything. He's so modest. You must be very proud of him, Mr. Willows.
Yeah.
See you later, Dad.